Housebound. Hello and welcome into the Knicks-Verse. Man, what a win. This is a great night for Knicks fans everywhere of all ages. This is fantastic. Rejoice in this. The Knicks will be guaranteed to be only one of two teams still standing after tonight in this NBA Cup tournament. And the other team could be the reigning champions, Oklahoma City Thunder. That game is, I think, just starting right now. Decided to go live for this recap to rejoice and share the love with my fellow Knicks fans right here. We got everyone just rolling up. We got Connor, says best win of the year. That's right. The burner. You got El Cid. What's up, brother? Let's celebrate tonight. Cheers to everybody. Yes, got a little vodka soda here. I'm ecstatic. I'm ecstatic right here. The New York Knicks took care of business, 132-120. That's right. They lit up the mighty Orlando defense for 132 points. It could have been even worse if they had hit their free throws in the first half. Jalen Brunson goes off for 40. 5 Knicks in double figures. Knicks played some outstanding perimeter defense at times. Not throughout the whole game, but at key moments. The Knicks endured a run by the Orlando Magic in that third quarter. They gave up the lead, 87-85, and then responded with a 15-5 run of their own to close the quarter to take back the lead, 192. That's the mark of a champion. I remember in the past watching like the Bulls teams, watching the Lakers teams, the Celtics teams, those great revered teams where other teams would struggle, would fight, and get back in the game and even take the lead, and then they flip the switch. Because we have guys like Brunson, like Karl-Anthony Towns, who can get you a bucket, like OG Anunoby, who can bully his way into the basket. We got Josh Hart, played an excellent game. But we also now have a guy named Tyler Kolek. Tyler Kolek, game high, team high in plus minus of plus 18 in 16 minutes of play. Probably his best game as a New York Knick. His best game as an NBA pro today. And it came just in time because there's been discussions about, trading him. Well, either way, whatever happens, this is going to improve his value or make himself so valuable the Knicks can't even look in another direction. They're going to hold on to him. There were moments on the court with Kolek and Brunson together that were fabulous, especially in that third quarter, where it stabilized the offense because the other three guys on the court didn't have to look around, who am I going to get the ball to? Either one of those two guys. They're great ball handlers. They initiate the offense. They break down defenses. And Tyler Kolek's passing, come on. Are we going to talk about it? We're going to talk about his passing? Fantastic passing for him. We're going to break this game down. We got everything. Roll on in, everybody. Welcome into the Knicks-Verse. My name is George. Follow me on social media. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Turn on the notification bell. Hit the thumbs up button for me. Share the video. And drop your comments. Definitely want to hear your thoughts and feelings about anything Knicks. And tonight is a night to celebrate the men in orange and blue. Fantastic, fantastic. We got a nice crowd rolling up here. We got Drew's Reviews. We got Lex the Destroyer, Wiz BKLA. What's up, Skinny B? Chi. Vincent Huang, what's up, man? Chris Gotti. All right, awesome. I love it. Carlos Guzman. Let's get into it, man. I am hyped. I'm hyped because what I believe about this team is coming true. This is clearly the best team in the Eastern Conference. Is that good enough right now to win an NBA championship? Well, we're going to get a taste of it on Tuesday. We're going to find out on Tuesday if that is the truth. Depending on how that game plays out. Even if the Knicks lose, like I said earlier in the pregame show, which was awesome. Everyone showed up there. It was a great pregame show. If it's a close game and OKC still wins and they get their, they go to 26-1, that still is good. That's still good for the NBA. It's still good for the Knicks. If it's a blowout, of course, it sucks. That totally will suck. But if the Knicks pull off a win, whoa, imagine the narratives, the shifts in tonality. If the Knicks hand OKC, now, by the way, that's assuming the Spurs lose to OKC in this game that's going on right now. You know, Spurs could win. It could happen. Any team can be beaten on any single night. Though OKC has proven the opposite lately. Only 24, they're 24-1 so far. But let's say it is OKC, and the Knicks are the ones to deliver them their second defeat of the season, even though record-wise it won't count. But everyone will know. Everyone will know the truth. And the Knicks will be back in the discussion right there. Yes, we're going to talk about Gametime Yabusele. Very disappointing minutes for him. Let's go. Here we go. Knicks advance to the NBA Cup Finals, and this man was an instrumental reason. He was a dominant force tonight. He bullied his way to the basket. He continually punished the Orlando Magic for trying to bully him. He said, no. You know what? I'm going to score 29 points on 11 field goals. Think about that efficiency. 29 points on 11 field goals. He hit 9 of 10 from the free throw line, which is great. And OG Anunoby also contributed 24 points himself, 8 of 13. We're going to break that down. We're getting into it. Let's keep going here. New York Knicks win 132-120. Fantastic. But this man, this guy, he has destroyed the Orlando Magic this season. He had 3 30-point games coming into tonight against the Magic, and then tonight he puts up a 40-burger. 40-burger. That's right. 40-burger. Loving it. 8 assists on almost 60% shooting from the field. 40% from the three-point line. 2 of 5. Now, the Knicks, that was one of the things. They got off. They were terrible in the beginning in front of the three-point line. They were only 1 of 6 in the first quarter. 17%. I think they were 2 of 13 in the second half. I mean, in the first half total from the three-point line. In fact, let me confirm that here. There were 3 of 13. So they really kicked it into gear finally. And I tweeted out at the halftime, like, hey, if the Knicks don't start hunting and making threes, it's going to be tough to beat the Magic. Well, they turned it around. They didn't go blazing hot, but they definitely were much more efficient than just shooting 23% in the first half. In fact, in the second half, they ended up shooting 57% from the three-point line. Now, not that many attempts, only 7 attempts. This is one of the lowest attempt games of the season for the Knicks from the three-point line, and yet they were still able to light up a very, very good defense for 132 points tonight. Fantastic, fantastic. And this guy, there was a play in the third quarter where Brunson just did a little shimmy, little shake there out by the three-point line and just planted Anthony Black on his ass. And Anthony Black had a front row seat to a Brunson 3, and he just sunk it right over him. That was a fantastic moment. I'm sure everyone's going to be seeing that in the highlights for basically the next 3 days to come. I'm sure it's all over the internet right now. That was a fantastic play right there. There were some dark moments, but we're not going to get to that. We're going to stay in the light right now. We'll talk about the darkness in a little bit. And talk about the brightness. OG Anunoby. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 61.5% from the field. He was 75% from the three-point line. I think he was 3 of 4 from the three-point line. Yep, 3 of 4. He picked up 4 assists. Three steals for him and 1 block. So that's 4 stocks for the man right there, OG Anunoby. 14 points. He was a plus 14 tonight, and he played 40 minutes tonight. And here's one thing. Let's just get to this. So he played 40 minutes right there. Towns plays 37 minutes. Mikal Bridges, 42.5 minutes. Jalen Brunson, nearly 39 minutes. And the reason for that is because Gametime Yabusele was utterly unplayable. He was horrific in that first half. If you watch the halftime show, that I opened it up to everybody. Usually it's a members-only halftime show. Excuse me. Open it up to everybody. He was atrocious. No points. They gave him credit for 2 rebounds. I think he only really had 1 rebound. He was a -5. There were moments where he wasn't even playing any defense. just letting Magic players just drive right past them baseline, split the defense between him and Clarkson. Clarkson was also pretty horrendous defensively, but he picked it up in the second half a bit. But in that first half, oh my God, he was nearly unplayable as well. But Gershon, we need his size out there. So the Knicks couldn't turn to anybody else other than Mitch off the bench to give you size. And Mitch had a very good game himself, though there were moments where he got cooked as well. But he played 17 and a half minutes, 2 of 3, a nice alley-oop at one point from Brunson. Another one was missed, but he had a beautiful, actually, Clarkson drove baseline. Actually, it was a missed shot. Mitch got the offensive rebound, kicked it back out to a perimeter player. It ended up in Clarkson's hands, and then Clarkson drove the baseline, got past this guy, but, it was a bunch of trees down there. Nice pass to Mitch for a dunk. Beautiful play right there. That was one of Mitch's 2 buckets in the game. And he finishes with 4 points. He was a +5, but got 9 rebounds from Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks, the rebounding battle was pretty even, 41-41 right here. Let's look at this. 41-41, is that right? Yeah, 41-41. Assists, 28-28. That's not bad. The Knicks want to be around 30 assists per game. They got it up there. The steals were even, 9 apiece. Knicks had 7 block shots tonight. 7 block shots. How? Wow. 7 block shots. What are we talking about? Josh Hart with a block. OG Anunoby with a block. Karl-Anthony Towns with a block. And Mitchell, the block nest monster, with 4 blocks. He had a beautiful block where it looked like, I think it was Anthony Black had beat him from, he turned the corner on him off the 3-point line, and Mitch just paced it perfectly from behind, just swatted that shit. Beautiful. 4 blocks for Mitchell Robinson. Outstanding. But look at this sweet number right here. Tyler Kolek, a +18 in 16 minutes of play. That means while he was on the court for 16 minutes, the Knicks outscored the Magic by 18 points. That is not something to just shake your head at, to sneeze at, as the peeps would say. That truly is remarkable, because he has not had games like that for a majority of the season. But lately, you can see he's been coming on of late. He's getting more confidence with himself. He finishes with 4 points. Nice. But he gets, I think, 2 beautiful shots off the backboard. He misses 1 3-point shot attempt, but he had 4 assists. He was able to, especially, I think it was in that third quarter, when Brunson was looking more to score, Brunson was helping to play make more. So it was a nice balance between the two. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. We'll get back to this. Look at this, man. Look at that. And then the big cat, the big bodega, the big towns right here. Karl-Anthony Towns, as the Knicks beat Orlando 132-130, take away their head-to-head tiebreaker. That's right. They even the series 2-2 and advance to the NBA Cup final. He comes through with 29 points, as I said, on 11 field goal attempts, and got 8 rebounds. Fantastic game for him. And he picked up 2 assists as well, a steal and a block. Great all-around game for him. I loved his aggressiveness. He had a beautiful defensive rebound. He outlet passed it to OG over 2 Magic defenders on the break, and then OG on the break outlets it to Mikal Bridges for a transition 2. Beautiful, and that's when the score was 67-57 in that first half. The Knicks were down 36-33 in the first quarter, but then by the end of the first half, they were up 71-64, and I was hoping that they would just come out in the third quarter and blow the Magic out, but that's not what ended up happening. The Magic had they got off to a very strong start in that third quarter. They got off in the first 6.5 minutes. They were up. They went on a 23-14 run to take the lead 87-85. I think I mentioned this before. But then OG Anunoby with a big-time sidestep 3, buries it, boom. And then Brunson to Mitch alley-oop, 90-89. Knicks take back the lead. And then I was thinking, can the Knicks close this quarter strong? Right now it's 90-90 with 3 minutes and 5 seconds left. And from that point on, the Knicks outscored the Magic 10-2. That is the way championship teams play. This is it. Let's go. Let's go. Shout out to the chat. Alex Quispe, what's up? We got, let's see if I've missed anything. Yeah, smash that subscribe button, definitely. If you guys want to support the channel, join the channel or gift a membership to somebody. It's a great way to spread the joy. I would greatly appreciate that. Check out the merch store. There's a code right now for the holidays through the end of this calendar year till December 31st. You can get 15% off on any Knicks-Verse merch. The code is holiday15. Just punch it in on when you're checking out. You get 15% off on everything. Definitely check all that out. And here, so not only did the Cat give you 29 points on insane efficiency with 11 shots, he wins Defensive Player of the Game. There he is in the background with the Timbs and the helmet and the vest while Brunson's doing the post-game interview. What's up, Quispe? Thanks, man. Retro Viking. Yes, let's go, man. This is a beautiful day. It's a beautiful night. This was great. I mean, this is everything I had hoped for. The Magic went into this game a perfect 5-0 in NBA Cup play, and the Knicks hand them their first loss. And they even, as New York Basketball said in the previous tweet, they evened the series to 2-2. So now the tiebreaker, that's gone. But this guy cannot shout out his laurels enough. He deserves all his flowers, Tyler Kolek. I mean, I was so disappointed with his play in the summer and even in the preseason as well. And then when Brogdon retired, I was worried who's going to be the real backup point guard. And we know that Deuce can do that role at times, but Deuce is not a true backup point guard. He's really a combo guard. He's really a two, but he's a combo guard right now. And then Clarkson, he's so inconsistent. He's so hot and cold with his shot. Can he be dependable? I mean, tonight he was atrocious for a large parts of this game. But Brown had to play somebody. So he got some minutes, and he finally turned it around a bit. But not like this guy. This guy was unbelievable. And I tweeted this out earlier. One of the keys to success in life is taking advantage of opportunities when they arise. Tonight, with Deuce and Shamet sidelined, Tyler Kolek did just that. He was a game-high plus 18 and plus minus in 16 minutes of play. His sensational passing and ball handling froze the mighty Magic defense tonight. He just put the chill in them tonight. He was just slicing them up. There was a beautiful pass. God, who was that to? Just right between two Magic defenders, just threaded a needle. I think it must have been to Mikal for another two. Mikal Bridges had himself a fabulous game as well, but we'll get to that. A lot of it tonight, a lot of the story tonight was the points in the paint. The Knicks scored 70 points in the paint. Now they gave up 62, but they still finished a +8. That's where you got to be finished. And they only committed 23 fouls. So that for the Knicks, that's pretty decent. They only turned the ball over 12 times. That's a big plus right there. But they did concede 21 points off of those. So they were a -4 in that category right there. In the rebounds, it's pretty much even. The free throw percentage, the Knicks finally caught fire in that first half. They were pretty bad in the first half. In terms of free throw shooting, they ended up finishing 74% from the free throw line. They were 66%, 10 of 15 in that first half. And in the second half, they were able to really step it up. They hit 13 of 16 free throws, 81%, and those were big buckets for them. Even though Orlando Magic had 13 more shot attempts than the Knicks made 6 more field goals. Think about that disparity in efficiency. Knicks shot 61% against this top 5 defense in the NBA. That's how lethal, absolutely lethal the New York Knicks offense is. The word, the can be, we can remove that. The word is. The Knicks are a lethal top 2. They are a top 2 offensive team right now in the NBA. Get to this here. Look at that. A 122 offensive rating. Sorry about that. 122 offensive rating. They improved to 18-7 tonight. They have the second highest rated offense in the NBA. Let's fucking go. Look at that. The fourth best net rating team in the NBA. The top East net rating team in the NBA. And when you look at defensive rating, Knicks dropped a little tonight. They gave up 120 points to the Orlando Magic. It was a high-paced game. The Orlando Magic was hitting lights out in the first half, but still the Knicks are 11th best defense in the NBA right now. They were 10th going into this game. They'll be back up into the top 10 as soon as you can say sayonara. Sayonara to everybody else. Knicks, I can't wait for that game on Tuesday. I don't know what's happening with the game right now. Who's winning? Who's winning right now? I think OKC is crushing right now, aren't they? OKC are up 22-10 in the first quarter. It's gonna be the orange and blue versus the light orange and blue on Tuesday, unless something changes dramatically. All right, let's get back into this. Yeah, this is a beautiful thing. One thing I wanted to show you guys, unless did I get rid of that? Oh, well, let's look at the standings right now. Well, I guess this is the standings in the East. Right now, in the East, the New York Knicks are only a game and a half behind the Detroit Pistons once this shows up. Yeah, look at that. Knicks are exactly just clearly 2 games behind the Pistons, but in terms of plus minus, they are the number 1 team in the East with an 8.8 plus minus. This is a great number right here, the 8.8 on the right. But if it gets up to double digits, 10, and it's very possible. Very possible. As a team right now, the Knicks are shooting 37.8% from the three-point line, almost 38%, and that's without Shamet, who is one of their best three-point shooters, and without Deuce. Deuce has been missing a lot of games. So that efficiency is really something to behold. The rebounding, offensive rebounding, I believe they are the top offensive rebounding. Yep, they're the top offensive rebounding team in the East. They are the number 2 rebounding team in the East. Assists, let's see where they are with 27 assists. Number 6. It's not crazy impressive, but it's still nice. But they definitely take care of the ball. They only cough up the ball 13.2 times per game. It's only Boston is better than them in that. And let's see, the steals. Steals, they're kind of middle of the road, 8.3. But man, Mikal Bridges has been a thief of late. Mikal Bridges tonight. Let's look at what he did. Even though he didn't get credited for any steals tonight, he got 16 points. He was a +9. 3 assists for him, 3 rebounds, 7. He shot 7 of 13, almost 54% from the field. Only attempted 1 3-point shot. That's one thing. I wish the Knicks only attempted 20 3-pointers in this game. That's crazy, and they won. They put up 132 points on 20 3-point attempts. That's insane. That's not going to be replicable. That's for sure. But one thing that I like is the Knicks, even though they only committed 12 turnovers here, they did give up 21 points off of that. That's what OKC thrives on. They thrive on forcing mistakes by the opponents, and they just get in transition. They feast in that area. So the Knicks are going to have to really control the ball against OKC. It's going to be interesting to see what kind of game plan Mike Brown puts together to battle OKC. It's only the first time we've played them all season. We get to play them 2 more times, which will count towards the regular record. So this will be a nice. So the Knicks, if OKC does win, by the way, no guarantee of that, but they're up right now by 12. And if it is OKC, this extra game on Tuesday will be a great learning experience for the Knicks, regardless of what happens. Man, but look at Kolek, that +18. That is fabulous. Fabulous. Slow Runner asks, who's going to guard Holmgren and Shea? That's a great question. It's a great question. It's going to come down to Cat and Shea. It'll probably be a combination of mostly, it'll probably be Hart and Mikal, who'll probably be guarding Shea the most, because OG, you're going to want to need him kind of to be more of like a free safety. Yeah, it's going to be interesting how they battle them. But I do believe that the New York Knicks, as currently constructed, have the best chance to beat a team like OKC. Just because their offense is just another gear. And they can have those spurts where they can place real sweet lockdown defense. And we have the two bigs with Cat and Mitch on the floor together that could help offset the Holmgren Ihart two bigs that they put out there. And when Josh Hart is hitting his threes tonight, wasn't his night for that. He was 0 for 4 tonight. But inside the arc, he was 6 of 8. If he can keep doing that, you know, his as Ian Eagle said it during the broadcast, he called it a heart break. Those fast breaks that he goes, where he grabs and goes and just finishes at the other end. He's able to dribble with his left hand and then finish with his right. He's able to shield him. It's amazing how he ends up finishing like that. We need more of that. Though he did commit 3 turnovers tonight. He needs to take care of the ball, especially against OKC. Oh, same with OG. 4 turnovers. There was a couple times where OG would get the rebound or get the loose ball, and then he kind of bring it down, and then it get hit out of his hands, so someone would strip him. But he did some major strips on other people. He had 3 steals. Hart had 3 steals. Yeah, it's gonna be a battle. It's gonna be a battle. But we need everyone else to step up. We need Gershon to step up. We need Clarkson to hit some buckets. I mean, only 2 points for Clarkson tonight in 13 minutes of play. That's just not gonna do it. It's just not gonna do it at all. The Knicks bench only had 11 points tonight, where the Orlando bench had 25. That's a minus 14 in bench points. The Knicks did win the fast break battle, so that was nice. Let's go over here. Yeah, like I said, Knicks points in the paint. They were plus 8 there. They had 70 to Orlando's 62. Second chance points, Orlando did win that battle 19 to 13, so they were plus 6 there. So it kind of offset. Oh, no, Knicks were a plus 8 in points in the paint. Sorry. Fast break points, the Knicks a plus 1. 20 fast break points tonight against Orlando. And a lot of those were Macau leaking out, Josh Hart beating the guys that, on the other end. Just beautifully done. Beautifully done tonight in terms of that. Maximizing the opportunities that you are being given, just the way Tyler Kolek did tonight. Well done. What else did I want to look at? Oh, I know what I want to look at. Let's go over to here. Come back here. This. Big Nick Energy puts this out. What happens in Vegas? That's from Hangover. That's awesome. Look at they babied Desmond Bane. Desmond Bane had himself a frustrating game tonight. What did he even end up with? I didn't even see his stat line. What did Bane end up with? Bane ended up with 18 points. 7 of 17, 41%. He struggled tonight against the Knicks. Paolo Banchero did finish with 25 points himself. 10 of 22, but 0 for 7 from the three-point line for Paolo Banchero, a minus 5. Anthony Black, he was pretty much a non-factor. He was 5 of 15, shot only 33% for his 12 points, 1 of 6 from the three-point line. And Suggs, 2 of 8 from the three-point line, but inside the arc, he was killing us. He was 8 of 8 inside the arc. He left the game in that fourth quarter. Was it the fourth quarter? Yes, he asked out in the fourth quarter, a sore left hip. He left the game, didn't return. But the Knicks were pretty much had the game under control by then. I think it was close to a 114-103 lead. The Knicks had an 11-point lead at that point. Let's see, Isaac, a non-factor really, 5 points, 4 rebounds for him in just 10 minutes of play. Jet Howard, I mean, everyone else, I mean, really, the Knicks were able to neutralize everybody. I don't know why Jones didn't play more. I was finding that really curious. But Suggs' 26 points definitely hurt us. But the Knicks were able to at least, I mean, even though he was hurting us inside the arc, pushed him to 2 of 8 from the 3-point line. And he battled really hard. I think he slammed hard on the ground. I can't remember which play it was, but he was limping around. He tried to be a trooper and stay in this game, which shows how much this means to people. They tried to stay in this game, but in the end, he had to leave. Bane got blocked like 6 times, according to Drew's reviews. We got ourselves a super chat. Thank you, brother. APAP 1586. $5 super chat. He says, hopefully Leon Rose can pull his New York card and call Alex Rodriguez and tell him to send back Devo. Yeah, they're going to have to gift Divincenzo to us. Because I'm not down for trading Mitch. I'm not. I know the situation, and I'm just not down for that. We need more size on this team. Giving up someone with a special skill set like Mitchell Robinson has, who, by the way, did hit a free throw tonight. He did hit a free throw tonight. Giving up on someone like that, who we've seen him time and time again step up big in the playoffs. I'm just not down for that, guys. Sorry. Unless we get back, it's part of a big deal, and we're getting back, a big piece on the other end who gives us some size and gives us the rim protection and shot blocking that Mitch gives us, but can also maybe give us some 3-point shooting or some shooting that's not just putbacks and dunks. Then maybe, but at this point, we're talking about the best offensive rebounder in the game currently, maybe one of the best offensive rebounders in the history of the game. And I feel like his conditioning is starting to take form. That's one thing that was a concern that I had. The inconsistency of his game schedule, coming in and out, his minutes. He'd have these little short spurts of minutes. I think it didn't really push his conditioning to its limits, because there's nothing can get you ready for a game like actually playing a game. That's where you really develop the lungs and the stamina, is actually playing a game. And tonight was that kind of game for him. I just don't want to make that trade. But if somehow we can get Divincenzo on this team without giving up Mitch, Hart, or Deuce, I'm down for it. I'm down for it 100%. We're going to baby him. What else do I got here? I got Keith Smith tweeted this out. Keith Smith at NBA. He says, this is one of the worst defensive performances of the year for the Magic. Transition defense has been horrendous. Credit the Knicks for getting out and running too. Yeah, 50 fast break points. Orlando's offense is a lot better than last year, but still not good enough to fully keep up in a game like this. Yeah, the Knicks were it was a track meet for a long time there. I mean, look at this. There were 252 points scored in this game. Tremendous. Let's see what we got here. Talking about Mitch. Just in time right here. Mitchell Robinson as the Knicks beat Orlando 132-120 to win the NBA Cup semifinal in Vegas. In 17 minutes of play, he had 9 rebounds, 4 offensive, 4 blocks, 1 steal, hit both of his field goals, and he hit 1 of 2 of his free throws. If he hits 50% free throws, I'm down. I'm fine. That'll punish, because there are often times when he misses the free throw that the Knicks get the offensive rebound back and they score. So that happened against Toronto. There were 2 misses and 2 3-pointers were made off of the offensive rebounds. Shout out to 81M Roman. What's up, brother? Thank you so much for the super chat. Knicks advance. Let's fucking go, he says. Today showed we have key players sprinkled all over the bench. Keep this team together. Let's go. Let's go. Definitely keep the team together. It would be nice to bring in some reinforcements. If it means honestly, at this point, I mean, would you guys be down for giving up Clarkson, Yabusele, and Pacom Dadie for Dante Divincenzo? I'd be down for that. I would be down for that. Even though we lose a little size, Yabusele against big teams like the Magic, he's almost unplayable. In fact, we saw it. He played 3.5 minutes in the first half, rode the pine the rest of the game. He's just collecting a paycheck, taking a seat on the bench there. Let's bring in a guy who is a lethal, a fantastic three-point shooter, who's a like a B+ to A- perimeter defender, who can just catch fire at times. He can snap off 4, 5, 6, 7 3-pointers in a row at times. He has the record for most threes made in a season as a Knick. He would solidify the Villanova Wildcats quadrant right here on the Knicks. It would just be a great field goal story. Yeah, come on, A-Rod, as our guy here, APAP says, come on, A-Rod, do us a solid. Do New York a solid. Thank you so much, 81M Roman, for that. All right, let's keep going here. What is the next tweet I have here? OG. Look at this, man. The big number 8. Swish. Beautiful. 24 points tonight. 6 boards, 4 assists. Look at Mitch battling for the offensive rebound. Look how they swing the ball around. Last season, we just didn't see enough of that. There was the ball just like last season. It was like thunk, and then it was like shoot. It didn't have that fluidity. The players didn't trust each other enough that if they there's the play. Look at that. The outlet, beautiful. That was Cat, and Cat battled for that rebound. Look at OG. He gets, I think he almost got blocked, and he just gets back up in the air, puts his own putback. Beautiful. Here he is. Oh, look at, he fakes. He goes in. Dunk. Beautiful. Man. Yes, Dante and Deuce. That's right, Wiz BKLA. He says, I was thinking the same thing when we were missing all those 3-pointers. Dante and Deuce would be amazing. Yeah, we're missing Deuce and Shamet. Don't forget about Shamet, guys. Shamet was a key cog of this rotation when he got hurt. Remember when he put up 30 points or something in a second half? That's what we need. We need guys who have that ability to just light it up. And I haven't seen it from Clarkson. And that was my concern this summer. When I was on Knicks Fan TV, I was asked, hey, who do you think, Clarkson or Westbrook? I thought I'd rather go with Westbrook. He was fantastic for the Nuggets in the playoffs. I think he even won them a game. I just liked his energy. He's got that dog in him. He's definitely a legit point guard. Defensively, he's a solid defender. So he was somebody's, and Clarkson, it was like, oh no, but Clarkson's great. He'll get you buckets when your offense is stagnating. And there were moments he definitely has done that this season at times, but too often he's just a traffic cone, especially defensively. And when he's not making buckets, then how do you offset his bad defense with bad offense? You can't. You end up in a minus situation. So that's something that Leon's gonna have to look at. Because this team, this is the year to go for it. I know the juggernaut Thunder is waiting for us on the other end. I get that, but doesn't mean you got to roll over right now. No, make them earn it. Look at the Spurs are getting back in this game. Now they're only down 7. It's 33-26. Make the Thunder earn it. Also, it's a long season, a very long season. Long way to go. We just finished game 25. We're just past the quarter mark of the season. And then there's all those playoff games, injuries, fatigue, boredom, all of that can set in. And who knows? They get distracted, they lose focus, and the Knicks stay focused and stay sharp. And we get to that final, and maybe Denver Nuggets put a beating on the Thunder in the playoffs. Maybe whoever else they face in the earlier rounds, the Lakers or maybe the Spurs, they make them have to work so hard to get to the finals that by the time they get there, they're fatigued. Because they would have played a whole final, remember, they got to the finals last season, 2 7-game series towards the end. And the Knicks could catch them off guard. Kind of like the way they did to the Celtics. And they steal those first 2 games. Let's see. Now that's talking way ahead. Let's think about Tuesday. Tuesday's great for the great first test for the New York Knicks. Oh yeah, this is the beginning of the second quarter for the Knicks. That was awesome. All right, let's get back to this here. Yes, check out the merch. The code is down below right there in yellow. Holiday 15. You get 15% off on any merchandise you want to get. There's some great hoodies. Check that out. Also, if you want to support the channel, become a member. It's a great way to support the channel. Get discounts, and you'll see like the members only halftime reports. Today I put it out for everybody, but usually they're almost 9 out of 10 times they're for the members, and they're a lot of fun. And then priority replies and comments. Definitely a great way to support the channel. And look at this shirt. I can't wait to get this one in the mail. The 2025-2026 edition. New York basketball with the Knicks-Verse logo there. There's many different colors. And this is a beautiful embroidered zip-up Adidas pullover with embroidered New York basketball on it. New York Knicks advance to the NBA Cup Finals. What a great day. What a great day. I'm so proud of our guys. This team, I got to tell you, this team definitely feels very different than last year. Very, very different. Last year, we had a team that had many lapses. They just would lose focus. That's not the case this year at all. Not the case. I will say that, in fact, when recently we have seen that the Knicks haven't encountered some rough seas during some stretches in the games, and they are able to steady the ship and start racking up points and get back in it. When when a team gets a big run against them, they put together a nice run. Like that 23-14 run to open the third quarter, they responded with a 15-5 run. There were some other runs earlier in the third quarter that I didn't get notes of, but I remember thinking about those. And the passing has been crisp. The passing is much more up this season than last season. The player movement, it's creating more opportunities for passers as well. And I love how Cat, his passing, his passing is highly underrated. He's finding those cutters. I love when he's holding the ball out like this, when he's out on the three-point line, and he's huge too. And then if he doesn't find something, he fakes, he's taking it off the dribble, and he's huge. He just muscles in. He's got incredible touch around the rim. Those combinations. And then you get Jalen Brunson, who his stop and go, his ability to slow down and then speed up and just slip past defenders that are 6 to 8 inches taller than him to kiss it off the glass, or his little mid-range floaters. What a lethal combination. And then you throw in Mikal Bridges. He didn't do much from the three-point line tonight, but we've seen him just snap off 5-6 three-pointers. OG Anunoby and Mikal are two of the best three-point shooters from the corners in the game. They are two of the best 3-and-D players in the game. They should both be considered for the All-Star game right now, as far as I'm considered. Cat and Brunson are locks, especially if the Knicks end up being number 1 by the end of January. For sure, they should be in the All-Star game. They should have at least 3 players, maybe even 4, guys. Seriously, maybe even 4. I love how Josh Hart has turned his season around since he became a starter. I believe the Knicks are 8-1 since he became a starter, and that's been instrumental in this run. He still makes stupid mistakes here and there, but that's what you got to take, as long as he's producing on the other end, and he's also he's forcing the other team to commit turnovers, and he's getting those rebounds. The best rebounder under 6'6" in the game. That's not even a discussion. By far, easily the best rebounder at his height. Mitch, the best offensive rebounder. Cat is the second best overall rebounder in the game behind Jokic. Do you see the trend I'm going here? Brunson is top 5 in scoring in the NBA. He is, I think, the leading scorer in the NBA Cup. He just put up a 40-burger tonight. We have so much talent on this team, and we got the right coach that is unlocking. He has unlocked these players. He's unshackled them. He's allowed them to be free, but within a structure that allows them to thrive. And it's also happening on the defensive end. The drop coverage, rarely do we see the drop coverage anymore. I love how Cat is now shooting gaps now. He's actually creating blocks himself. He's creating steals. That block on Scotty Barnes in the quarterfinals was something to behold. Beautifully done. I am so hyped about this team right now. And now we face OKC on Tuesday. That's going to be a tremendous test. Tremendous test. I'm gonna go and watch the rest of this game that OKC is playing against the Spurs. I think it's score is 37-29 right now. This is what I love. I love this. I love this. It's finally back in New York. Man, when I was in my 30s, in my 20s, Knicks were like this. They were one of the best teams in the NBA. Night in, night out. They gave you thrills. They went to finals. They had tremendous gothic battles with the mighty Chicago Bulls. They dethroned the Celtics. It was so exhilarating. So it's one of the I was already in love with the game of basketball, especially the NBA game of basketball. I love college basketball as well. But the NBA game, I was thrilled by it. I was also lucky enough to experience the Lakers Showtime here when I was in high school. And that was fabulous. And Magic Johnson's one of my favorite players. And then I go back. I was born in New York, high school here. Then went back to college in New York and then lived for another 20 years in New York, working in advertising and stuff. And that's when the heyday of the Knicks. I used to live on 23rd Street. I just walk over to the Garden, 23rd and 7th, walk to the Garden to catch games. I saw the Michael Jordan flu game. I saw so many contests. I saw the game where I think it was the Bulls and the Knicks, and a fight broke out in the blue seats where the entire section were beating the shit out of each other. And the players stopped. The game stopped. The players stopped. They were like watching it. Oh, whoa, whoa. So much amazing glory. That the Knicks, the Allen Houston shot. We're back. We're back in it. We have a great team. Right there. Thank you, Leon Rose. Thank you, Dolan, for hiring Leon Rose. And thank you to Thibs for helping us get back on track. His discipline, his determination. He turned Julius into an all-NBA player, which then helped us get this guy with incredibly, probably the best big man shooter in the game from distance. And Leon gets us Brunson. It's all coming together. It's an exciting time to be a Knicks fan. You guys definitely should celebrate tonight. To you. All right. Oh, we got we serve 100 people. Thank you so much for gifting a membership. That's a great way to support the channel. I appreciate that tremendously. Dimitri, LGR, NYK. Welcome into the Knicks-Verse membership crew. The Legends group. I'm going to put together a special program for the members, probably the week in between the holidays. In between Christmas and New Year's, there'll be a special show. That'll be a lot of fun to do, so stay, keep an ear out for that. Oh, man. All right. Thank you so much for watching this. I'm going to sign off now. This has been a fabulous win. I'm happy as fuck. I hope you guys are as well. The New York Knicks are now 18-7. We're right there. Okay, I will see you around the Knicks-Verse in the Vegas finals, babies. Let's go. Let's go.